Hi everyone, in today's video I will show you how to work with dates and time in PowerShell. So, as I said, in this video I will show you how to work with dates and time in PowerShell. I will show you some very basic things, some more advanced, but we can start the video. We will start with something very basic, which is how to get current date and time. We can do it very easily by using command like this, so get and date. This command basically prints the current date that is in the system. So in my case it is 12th of May 2026 and it is Tuesday. You also have the time 4:47 and 30 AM. Now, we can of course access the specific parts of the date, for example like day, month or the year. I think the most comfortable way that you can do it is to actually attach this output to the variable. So you can do date equals get date, and now you can access the specific part. So data, I mean not data but date dot day, for example. As you can see, we are getting the 12 because we have the 12th of May. We can access, for example, the month. So month, this is the month number 5 of the year. Why? Because I mean here we have May, but here we are printing 5. Why? Because the May is the fifth month of the year. And the last one that I will show is actually accessing the year. So you can do it like this, date and the year, and it is also working fine. You can also do something like this. So we have this date. Maybe I will clear that. I will print the date. We can actually add or subtract time from it. So we can use date dot add, for example, days and 5 inside of parentheses, but of course days. I will press enter, and as we can see, instead of my 12 we have the number 17 here. So it is working fine. We can subtract it. So instead of doing the positive value, you can, for example, do -3. By doing this, you will subtract 3 days, so we'll get the output of the 9th. Why we are getting 9th but not, for example, 14? Because this is only the temporary output. In order to save that, you have to attach it to the other variable, or you have to just simply write I mean date equals date -3 or something like this. But if I am doing something like this, I am just printing the value from that. So 12 minus 3 is 9. So this is how does it work. Now, maybe I will create 2 variables. So let's remove that. Let's clear that. And yes, let's use date 1 that will equal to get date. And let's use date 2 that will equal to get date, but we will add 1 day to it. So as you can see, you can add these days even directly with the command. So it will also work. So we will print date 1 and date 2. Here we have the 12, here we have the 13, Wednesday, Tuesday, so everything is working fine. Now I will show you that you can actually compare dates. So we can do something like this. Date 1 less than date 2. As you can see, it is true. Why? Because here we have the 12, here we have the 13. If I will do greater than, we will get false, of course. So this is how does it work. We can also format date. So we can use get date with the format option. So format. And now we can specify the output format. So let's say that we want to print year dash month dash day. We can do it like this. So year dash month dash day, and it will work. So this is the same output but in the different syntax. Of course you can change the syntax however you want to. So you can do, for example, format in the quotes, for example, day, month, year, but this time I will also add hours and minutes. What do you need to remember? You need to remember that small m means minutes, big M, the upper M means month. So this is why you have to use always the upper right here. In that case, of course, everything is working fine. You can even do something like this, so get date, for example, format, and for example, something like this, and something like this. As you can see, if you are basically doubling the input right there, you are printing the values in words. So instead of numbers, you are printing words. If you are doing the dd 2 times, you are printing the word. If you are doing month 2 times and 2 times you are printing the May instead of 5. So this is very important to say. If you want to just print the name in the string syntax, I would say, you have to double it. So this is how it works. And now, that's basically all in this video, I would say. Maybe I will show you last thing, which may be useful for you or might not be useful, but you can actually calculate the time difference with this. So let's use the start variable, for example, that will equal to get date, and let's use the end variable, maybe not stop but the end, that will equal to get and date, but we will add 2 hours into it. So you can add days, because I showed you days before, but you can also add hours. And now we can do the difference between the end minus the start, and we can print the difference in total minutes. And as you can see, we are getting 120. Why? Because if we will print diff like this, we are getting the every possible, I would say, output that we can get. So we are getting days, which is 0, because we are rounding, I think, to the I mean we're rounding down. We have hours, of course, because we added 2 hours, so we have 2 hours right there. In terms of minutes, we don't have it because we have to do total minutes. So total minutes is here, but we will go into it. The seconds is not really good. We have to do the total seconds right here. So we have 2 total hours, and total days is like this. And we have total minutes, which is 120. Why? Because 1 hour has 16 minutes. I mean 60 minutes times 2 is 120. Here we have the total seconds and total milliseconds. So this is how you can work with date and time in PowerShell. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next videos.